Hi everyone, so I'm Rashid Saleem back again with another video on Flutter. So in this video I will guide you how to set up the Flutter development environment on your Windows PC or laptop. So let's start this, and to set up the Flutter development environment you need three things. First one is the Flutter SDK, and the second is Android Studio. Basically, Android Studio is not mandatory for the development, but some of the SDKs and tools are needed to set up for the Android build. So for that we install the Android Studio and download the setup and set up the things which are needed for the Android development part. And then the third one is VS Code, which is I prefer for the Flutter development during the Flutter development. So let's set up the Flutter SDK first. So for that we need to download the Flutter SDK. So these links are also provided in the video description below, so you can get it from there. So here I will copy this link for the Flutter SDK and paste it here and download it from here. Okay, so in my case I already have downloaded this, so I will not download it again. So for that I will access the downloaded tools. Okay, in Flutter tools I have already downloaded the Flutter SDKs for Windows, so I need to extract it. So to extract it I will go to extract files and give the destination at C partition. Just like this, and click OK. Okay, so let's see the folder where I have extracted. So it's in C and Flutter. Actually it would be Flutter with R. And okay, so here I will need to cut it from here and paste it back at this location. Okay, so the next thing is we need to see from the command line to is Flutter SDK is successfully set up on our system. So for that I will go to command line, command prompt, and type it here Flutter. So if it's not recognizing this command, so we need to set this thing in the configuration of the Windows, which is called the environment variables. So for that I will click on this PC, right click on it, go to properties, and here advanced system setting, environment variables, path, double click on it, and here I need to put the path of the Flutter which I have installed at C Flutter. And make sure whenever you are extracting this Flutter SDK there should not be any space in the folder. So now in the bin folder I need to copy this path and paste it in the environment variables. I will click on new and paste it here. Okay, and saved. So the settings have been saved. Now I will write Flutter again and check it. It's not recognized here. This is because whenever you do any changes in the environment variables, then you need to restart your command line. So after that, after restarting, it will refresh the new configuration changes that we have put in the environment variables. So command line, actually in Windows it's pronounced as command prompt. So here I will write flutter. So as you can see here that it's recognizing this command. So the next part is we need to do the development of Android and iOS. Currently for on Windows you can only do the development for Android part only. So so we need to see do we have all the prerequisites things to do the development for Android. So for that I will write flutter Dr.v command. This command scan all the things which are needed. Actually I need to actually I have already set up this on my PC before, so I will delete these files to show the complete walkthrough of how to set up on any fresh or new PC. Okay, so now I will open the command prompt again and type it here flutter Dr-v. So as you can see here, we got some errors about Android toolchain and Android Studio, where a few of the things are missing. Okay, so as you can see here that some of the things are missing, like Android toolchain are missing, and the Android Studio not installed. It's showing the these so we know we need these two things to done the development for the Android part. So for that, first of all we need to set up the and download the Android Studio. So here is a link. This link is also mentioned in the video description. So here you need to download this Android Studio Flamingo. Okay, so in my case I have already downloaded it, so I will cancel the downloading and go to the setup file. Here I will install this by opening. Okay, and start the installation process. Next I will install this at the default position. Next, install. Okay, and the installation process has been completed, so click on next and start the Android Studio. Actually I have already opened the project last time, that's why it's showing this. So I will close this and initially it will show the Android Studio at this position whenever you are installing this on your system first time. So I click on next. I need to install the Android SDK, so I will click this option. Okay, so here I need to set up the path where I need to download the Android SDK. So it would be in I will download it in the C Android SDK path. So as currently there this at this path write access is not available to Android Studio, so I will manually go to this location C and create a new folder here. So I need to right click here, Android, and within that I will create another new folder which would be SDK. Okay, and here is the path where I would like to download the SDK. So I will go to this path again, so it will refresh it and not showing this error. SDK and okay, and now it's set up. Now I will need to download the Android SDK for the platform, and next. Okay, I think we got some errors here. I got some error, so I will start the Android Studio again. Okay, so now here I need to download the Android SDK, which is showing is missing. So click on next. Here I need to this is the SDK location where it will be pasted. So I have already created this directories manually, Android and SDK. Here our SDK will be saved, and make sure maybe on your side it by default the path will be different. So make sure that wherever you are setting the destination path for the SDK location, it should not contain any space. Next, and here we will download the required thing, and here we need to accept the license. So accept it and finish. Now it will download all these mandatory things which are needed for the Android part.